So I think we will give the answer for this one, because it's probably not a very common bhajan, but this bhajan is called Dattatreya Sat Guru Deva. Dattatreya Sat Guru Deva. So Sat here, the sad face becomes Sat Guru and Deva. As you can see, the end. Instead of Prabhu Deva, we just say Deva. Okay. Yes, those were the bhajans to guess, and I think it's 8:30. So we shall start the program very soon. There is a crossword puzzle they wanted to share as well, but I think we've run out of time. So what we will do is we will share this crossword puzzle in the Telegram channel. All right, so you all can give it a try later on as well. Okay, so I think we can start. So Sairam everyone, thank you so much for joining us, and please do kindly mute your audio except when you are talking or when you have something to ask or if you have anything to say. Please do keep your audios muted. But you are very, very much welcome to turn your videos on. It'll be lovely to see all your faces, and it'll be nice to see all families sitting together if possible. And if you need to interact, if you want to say something, you would like to ask a question, you can always use the chat function as well. That is always available for you to use. Okay. So let's start the program, and we will start with our opening prayers, our usual prayers. So join me to say our opening prayers. Oh.
Speak a bit softer.
Oh. Oh. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvadha. Om Saishwaraya Vidmahe Satyadevaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Saishwaraya Vidmahe Satyadevaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Saishwaraya Vidmahe Satyadevaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sairam everyone, Sairam dear all, Sairam and welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us for today's program, and welcome to the launch of our 1 month celebration of Swami's 96th birthday. So we have chosen this auspicious day today of Swami's Avatar Declaration Day. Most of you all would know that today is Swami's Avatar Declaration Day, to launch our program for Swami's birthday this year. And the program is going to be called as Atma Nivedanam. And we are establishing this program based on the concept of Navavida Bhakti, which is the 9 forms of devotion. So just to give you all a very brief concept or a brief idea of what is Bhakti, let us first understand what is Bhakti before we even start our journey on this journey, right? Before you even start take our first steps on this journey. So what is Bhakti? So Swami says that Bhagavan plus Anurakti is Bhakti. So what does that mean? Bhagavan here means that in whom all powers are inherent. So all the powers, namely omnipotence, omniscience, and omnipresence. We always say God is everywhere, right? We always say God is omnipresent, omniscient, and all of that, right? So that is the meaning of Bhagavan. Whereas Anurakti means love, right? So to put it simply here, bhakti is nothing other than love for God, love for that all-knowing, all-powerful God, right? But we say God is omniscient or omnipotent or omnipresent, but we don't really understand what it means, right? Most of the time we just say it, we just say words. But do we really understand what we are saying? So as you walk up these 9 steps of devotion, which is actually growing in devotion, we will begin to really understand God, okay? So when, for example, when we say God is omniscient, what are we implying? We are implying that he knows everything that is happening in our lives. He knows what's best for us, and everything that happens is because of is because he knows the best thing that should happen to all of us, right? And when we say God is omnipotent, what does that mean? So that means that he wills all that happens. Everything that happens is his will. He does everything. We are just instruments, but he is the one who's doing everything. And then we say God is omnipresent. But what does that mean? What is omnipresence? Omnipresence here means that he is everything. He alone is. He is the whole world, and he is every one of us, right? That is omnipresence. So when we talk about devotion, devotion actually comprises of various type of feelings to God, right? Emotions and thoughts that relate to God. It can be anything. It can be gratitude, it can be reverence, it can be adoration, it can be love, it can be thanksgiving, it can even be fear of sin, right? But ultimately, devotion can only be understood if it is experienced. Okay? And what are these experiences? Faith, love, feeling, yearning, and surrendering to the Lord. These are some of the key ingredients of devotion. So when we are ready to go into this bhakti yoga, how do we start? Where do we start? We all can love God in our own way. We all love God in our own way, right? We've got different ways of loving God. Some of us love God where we treat God like a child, right? Or some of us treat God like our parents. Some of us treat God like a friend, all right? Any type of positive type of relationship or attitude enables us to become closer to God, right? So therefore, all forms of devotion are accepted by the Lord when expressed with key point love, right? When we express any form of devotion with love, the Lord will come to us, okay? And as what is declared in the Bhagavatam as Navavida Bhakti, the 9 parts of devotion, it has been explained by Swami as the 9 steps that leads higher and higher and higher towards God, and ultimately ending with self-surrender, merging with God, Atma Nivedanam. All right. So by the end of this launch, by the end of by the end of today's program, at least, we hope to introduce the 9 forms of devotion to everyone, at least briefly. All right. And we pray to Swami that through this 1 month of celebrations, via these various forms of devotion, we will get to feel and experience Swami closer and closer in our hearts and in all our day-to-day activities. And that is our hope, that all of us here will be able to feel Swami closer, at least by the end of this whole program. And as we reach the 23rd of November, all of us have come that much closer to Swami, and that is our sincere, sincere prayer and our sincere, sincere hope for all of us. Okay, so on that note, let us hear very importantly what Swami has to say about bhakti and faith and devotion. And I think there's nobody else better but Swami himself to say this. So let's enjoy and hear what Swami has to say.
దేనికైనను విశ్వాసం చాలా ప్రధానము.
For anything, faith is essential.
విశ్వాసమే లేకుండా ఏ కార్యం కూడా మనం సాధించలేము.
Without faith, you cannot achieve anything.
కనుక మానవునికి ప్రధానమైనటువంటి విశ్వాసము.
The faith is most important.
దేహానికి శ్వాస ఎంత ప్రధానమో ఆధ్యాత్మికానికి విశ్వాసం అంత ప్రధానము.
As the breath is important for this body, faith is necessary for the divine path.
కనుక ఈనాడు విశ్వాసం లేనటువంటి భక్తి,
today we have devotion without faith.
కేవలం శ్వాసం లేని జీవితము జరుగుతూ ఉంటుండాలి.
The life without breath.
దీన్ని చెప్పారు ఇంద్రియ నిగ్రహానికి. కాడి కిందికి రాని ఎద్దు, కళ్ళము లేని గుర్రము, బ్రేకులు లేని కారు, ఇంద్రియ నిగ్రహం లేనటువంటి జీవితము నిరుపయోగము అన్నారు.
Therefore, the bull without yoke and the horse without the reins and the car without brakes are useless.
బ్రేక్లెస్ కార్.
Brakeless car.
కనుకనే ఈ విధమైనటువంటి దీనికి మనం సరైనటువంటి దీక్షను పూనాలి.
We should determine.
ఈ నవవిధ మార్గముల లోపల ఏ మార్గమునైనా నీవు అనుసరించమని చెప్పారు.
You may follow any path, any one of the paths.
ఎట్ట మనం అనుభవించాలి?
Where?
ప్రశాంతమైనటువంటి భావంతో, నిర్మలమైనటువంటి హృదయంతో, నిస్వార్థమైనటువంటి చిత్తముతో శ్రవణం,
With all the purity, in all peace, you should chant God's name.
కీర్తనం,
Listening, the singing,
విష్ణు స్మరణం,
chanting,
పాదసేవనం,
service,
వందనం,
salutation,
అర్చనం,
worship,
స్నేహం,
friendship,
ఆత్మనివేదనం,
surrender.
ఇవి పవిత్రమైన భావంతో మనం చేయాలి.
You should do with all sacred feeling.
ఆత్మందున ప్రతిబింబమంటనటుల తామరాకులు నీటిచే తడుపనటుల, అద్దమందున ప్రతిబింబమంటునటుల తామరాకులు నీటిచే తడుపనటుల, పాపములు అంటవు మానవుని భక్తి వలన పాపములంటవు మానవుని భక్తి వలన, పాపములు అంటవు మానవుని భక్తి వలన, అంటవు మానవుని భక్తి వలన.
I think that was very, very beautifully put by Swami. And Swami, as always, right, and as usual, is able to inspire us in so many different ways. And the way he beautifully emphasized the importance of faith and love, no matter which path of devotion we choose, right, it is so important, right, to do it with faith and with love. And just to touch on that final poem that Swami was singing to us earlier, I'll just repeat it for all of us. So just as the reflection is not stuck in the mirror, just as the lotus flowers are not immersed in the water, the sins will not stick to a person who has devotion. So I think that is the take-home message for a lot of us. As long as we have fear of sin, we can very easily have devotion to God. And I think Swami will bless us as abundantly if we have fear of sin. And with that, after that wonderful message from Swami, I don't know if you all know, probably you all don't know, but we actually have two very, very special friends of ours, and they are called Chocolate and Tom. Have you all heard of Chocolate and Tom? We know Tom and Jerry, but Chocolate and Tom sounds very new, right? But they are two of our very close friends who are going to join us throughout this whole 1 month celebration. Okay, they are also going to take the journey with us. All right, and they are going to join us in this beautiful celebration of Swami's 96th birthday. But, right, I heard that Tom has been feeling rather down lately. I don't know why, right? He's been feeling rather down, and Chocolate is actually looking for him. So let's go look for Tom. Let's follow Chocolate. Let's see what Chocolate and Tom are up to. These two guys are really, really mischievous. Let's see what they are up to. Come, let's join them. Let's go.
Oh my god, This is so funny. Hello. Sorry, I didn't notice you there. I'm chocolate, because I am brown and I'm really sweet. Nice to meet you. Hey, do you want to listen to a joke? Okay, here it goes. Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work. Do you get it? By the way, do you know where my friend Tom is? I'm sure he would enjoy my jokes. Tom, oh Tom, where are you? I am trying to look for you. Tom, oh Tom, where are you? I am really trying to look for you. Will you help me find him? Great, let's go! Wait, is that Tom? Oh yeah, that is him! We found him! Thank you for your help! Hey Tom! Hear this out, okay? Can February much? No, but April, May. Get it? February, March, April and May. So funny. He didn't laugh at my joke. No, he didn't. I took the whole day to write that joke. Tom looks sad. Do you know why is Tom feeling sad? Tom, oh Tom, why are you sad? I don't know. We don't know. Tom, oh Tom, why are you sad? Please tell me. How can I find out why is Tom feeling sad? Yeah, you're right. Let's just ask him. Tom, you look sad. What happened? I'm your best friend, right? Why don't you tell me? Maybe I can help.
I failed my test again, Chocolate. I studied so hard for it this time. And yet, I failed. My teachers and my parents are really disappointed with me. You know, I prayed so sincerely, asking God to help me to pass this test. I feel let down by God. My Balvikas gurus told me that if I pray sincerely, God will always help me. But now, I feel my devotion is really being tested. I think I am not going to pray anymore.
Oh no! Tom is about to make the wrong decision. How can we change his mind? Do you have any ideas? I know. I will tell him a story, and I know just the right one. Tom, I don't think you are making the right decision. You need to have a better understanding on devotion before you give up. Have you heard of the story of Gajendra, the elephant king from Srimad Bhagavatam?
No, I have not heard the story before. Will you tell it to me, Chocolate? Are you excited to hear the story of Gajendra?
Okay, here it goes. You would have often observed two four-armed figures holding a mace and a stick at the gates of many temples dedicated to Lord Vishnu. Who are these two guarding the gates of Sri Hari's abode? They are nobody else but the gatekeepers of Vaikunta, Jaya and Vijaya. Who are these two? What did they do to find a place in Vaikunta so close to Lord Vishnu? This is a story about one of the past incarnations of Jaya and Vijaya. There was a giant mountain called Trikut on an island surrounded by the ocean of milk, Kshirsagar. The name Trikut means three peaks. The first peak of Trikut is made of gold, the second of silver, and the third of iron. The entire mountain was so beautiful and filled with precious gems that would touch the sky. Many different animals lived in the jungles surrounding Trikut. There were many rivers and lakes as well. Among many animals living in the forest, there was a giant elephant. The elephant was the king of all the elephants living there and was really big and powerful. All the elephants would follow him everywhere, and all the other animals, including the really dangerous and violent beasts, were scared of him. All the small animals like monkeys, rabbits, deer, and other animals would feel safe living under his protection. They knew that with Gajendra protecting them, no other animal can harm them. Then, one day, while walking in the forest with his family,
Oh, it's so hot today. How nice would it be if I could find a pond nearby to quench my thirst and cool my body? Can you find a pond nearby? Pond nearby, pond nearby. Can you find a lake nearby? I can't find it. Do you see any pond nearby? Aha! I see a large pond at some distance. Let me go there.
it was a beautiful lake filled with golden lotuses and crystal clear water. He first drank as much as he could, then started playing in the water with his other family members watching. Unknown to Gajendra, there was a great danger lurking in the same pond in the form of a giant crocodile named Makara.
Who dares to disturb my sleep? How dare this elephant wake me so early in the morning? I am going to teach him a lesson. The pain. Something bit my leg. I can't seem to get my leg out.
Gajendra tried his best to free himself from the grip of Makara. But every time he would try to come out, Makara would pull him inside even further. This duel between the two powerful beasts went on for 1,000 years. Both of them were extremely powerful, but being in water, Makara had the advantage. All the effort by Gajendra was proving to be futile. The more he tried to free his leg, Makara would sink his teeth even further. The blood from his leg had made the entire lake red, and because of losing so much blood, he was getting weaker.
I am going to lose this battle. For 1,000 years, I struggled to free myself from the jaws of this crocodile. All my wisdom, strength, power and family couldn't help me escape.
Makara was pulling Gajendra deeper and deeper into the pond till only his trunk was above the water. In his last moment, Gajendra picked up a lotus flower and prayed to Lord Vishnu with all his heart. Hearing the cry for help from Gajendra, Lord Narayana rushed to his aid, riding on Garuda. Lord Vishnu rescued Gajendra from the clutches of Makara just in time. He offered both Gajendra and Makara place among his close counselors and blessed them with the task of keeping the gates of his abode, Vaikunta. They became the famous gatekeepers of Vaikunta, Jaya and Vijaya. The figures you see at the entrance of temples dedicated to Lord Vishnu are of none other than these two. These two were born as Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha in Satya Yuga, Ravana and Kumbhakarna in Treta Yuga, Sishupala and Dantavakra in Dwapara Yuga, because of a curse from the four Sanakadi Kumaras. That was the story of Gajendra, the Elephant King. All Gajendra needed to do was to call to the Lord with true devotion, and the Lord came rushing to his aid. If you truly think about it, we too are in a similar situation as Gajendra.
Why do you say so, Chocolate?
Just as Gajendra, we too think of ourselves as invincible and all-powerful, enjoying ourselves carefree in the lake of life. But in a flesh, the jaws of difficulties and challenges may catch hold of us. In those moments, even if our power, strength, wealth, family and friends would be unable to help us, the Lord is always there for us. That is the power of devotion.
Gajendra's devotion was truly inspirational. But how do we achieve that level of devotion in our lives? What is the right path towards true devotion?
The paths of devotion is not one, but 9.
9 paths of devotion? What are those? Now you have made me really curious. Come on, Chocolate, tell me more.
Are you curious to know about the 9 paths of devotion too? Well, the 9 paths are:
Wow. Simply mesmerizing. I think that was a wonderful effort by the youths, and who have actually come up with that superb introductory video for our Navavida Bhakti program for Swami's 96th birthday. And I think that's wonderfully done. And thank you so much to the youths who managed to do this. And I think the essence of that story there, right, as our friends Chocolate and Tom have so beautifully summarized the essence of devotion through that video there, right, through the story of Gajendra Moksha. We are all like Gajendra, right? We are all like Gajendra. We are all yearning for the Lord to save us from this path that we are in, right? And such is the power of pure devotion when Gajendra just purely, sincerely called out for the Lord Narayana with his beautiful Garuda Vahana. He just could not. He had to come for his devotee. He had to come and save his devotee, right? So if you call out with devotion, it can move the Lord irrespective of where, when, how, or what he is doing, right? So at the most difficult of times, call out to the Lord with true devotion, and the Lord will rush to our aid. And if you heard the ending, right, you would have heard Tom asking the important question: what are the 9 forms of devotion? So everyone, finally, we have heard from Swami, we have heard from our 2 friends, Chocolate and Tom. Are we ready to launch the Atma Nivedanam program for Swami's 96th birthday? If yes, give me a thumbs up. I can't see the thumbs up because I can't see myself, but I believe everyone is ready. So let's officially launch the Atma Nivedanam program, and let's watch the trailer together and immerse ourselves in this program. Dear uncles, aunties, brothers and sisters and children, with that we commence our month-long celebrations of Swami's 96th birthday, Atma Nivedanam. So, what will we be doing throughout this auspicious month? And before we go into that, you would have seen the 9 forms of devotion, right? We start off with Shravanam and we move on to Kirtanam, and then we have Smaranam, right? And we have Vandanam. Then we move on to Archanam, Pada Sevanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, and finally Atma Nivedanam. So what will we be doing throughout this whole auspicious month? So to give you all an idea of what to expect, you can see here the calendar of activities for the month. Okay, so for the beginning, we will first see what we have here on October 2021. And as you all can see here, there are many activities that have been lined up. We will start off our Shravanam program very soon, all right? And on the 22nd of October, there will be an interactive satsang session on the topic of Shravanam. And then we'll move on to Kirtanam, where you can see there will be a music video release. And if you notice, they are not only Zoom call events, they are also YouTube premieres and podcasts as well, right? So as you can see on the 30th of October is a Vandanam program entitled My Gratitude to Swami. And if you move on, if you see before on the 28th of October, that is the podcast, The Divine Laboratory of My Mind, the Science of Mantra. So we have really diversified the type of activities, the type of sharings that are going to be happening. And this is only for October. What do we have for November? Now on November, importantly is the 23rd November, where we'll be culminating everything on the 23rd of November, where we'll call the program Atma Nivedanam. And on that day, we will celebrate Swami's 96th year of Advent on the 23rd of November. And importantly as well, Ladies' Day celebration will fall on the 20th of November under the banner of Sakyam. And there will also be a service activity under the banner of Pada Sevanam on the 7th of November. And as you can see, there are so many programs lined up for all of us. This particular calendar of activities will be shared in the Telegram group very soon. So all of y'all who have not yet joined the Telegram group, please do so as soon as you can, because all our programs, all announcements, all sharing will all be done in that dedicated Telegram channel. Okay, so you will get all the materials in the Telegram channel, and the trailer which you just saw earlier will also be shared again in the Telegram channel. There will be countless countdown posters for us to get hyped up and for us to be prepared for the programs that are going to be happening throughout the whole month. You'll also get a copy of this calendar of activities in the Telegram channel, which the media team will share very, very soon in the channel. Are we all excited? I know I am. I am so excited. I really can't wait for all of us to experience all of these programs and really immerse ourselves in the 9 forms of devotion and eventually culminate in the final Atma Nivedanam 23rd program, where it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful journey, and I just can't wait. All right, and to not waste any more time, let's kick off our Atma Nivedanam program through the 9 forms of devotion, starting with Shravanam. And Shravanam's title here is Bhakti Gossip. Now that's very, very interesting, right? So to give you all more details, let me call upon Brother Jeevan, who is going to be sharing a little introduction on what is to come for Shravanam. Brother Jeevan, is up to you.
Thank you, Anna. So, Sairam, everyone. I hope all of you enjoyed the commencement of the Atma Nivedanam program. So, we'll be starting off with Shravanam. It's actually quite soon, in another 2 days' time. It's on Friday, 22nd October, and we are starting it from 8 to 9:30 p.m. So, what is Shravanam? So, I'm sure all of you might be curious to know what Shravanam is and what is this gossip suddenly in Swami's program, right? So, basically, Shravanam is as you can have you see in the calendar and will be shared later, Shravanam is more of a satsang kind of session. So we will have like some, you can say an hour-long kind of satsang whereby we'll be talking to each other, sharing experiences on what you will only know when you join the program, right? So Shravanam is basically a point where we start off our devotion, the first form of devotion to Swami. And this is how we can start off together as a Sai family for us to get more devoted to Swami in this month-long program. So this is the first step for us to join in this devotion towards Swami, the first step that we take to Swami. So he will take the 10 steps towards us, right? So do join the program for Shravanam. We'll be sending out actually a video for all of you to watch before you join the program, because there is a certain discussion that will be happening with the video. So stay tuned and please do join the Telegram group so that you will be able to receive the link for the video that you need to watch before joining the program. Of course, we'll definitely recap for those of you who have not had the time yet to watch the video, but it will be best if all of you can watch the video. What that video is going to be about, stay tuned in the Telegram group as well. All right. So with that, we'll start off with Shravanam, and I hope we can see all of you in the program in another 2 days' time. Thank you, and Sairam. Back to you, Anna.
Thank you, Jeevan. Thank you so much. Thank you for introducing the first form of devotion that we are all going to be experiencing in the form of an interactive satsang in 2 days' time. And Brother Jeevan will be sharing the video material for us to watch. And we can watch the video material, get ourselves prepared. And then on Friday, we can all join together for this beautiful interactive satsang session, where in Shravanam, we listen to the glories of the Lord. Thank you so much, Brother Jeevan. So now we have commenced the program. We have seen the trailer. To wrap it all up, I would like to call our dear chairman, Uncle Rama, to give us a very quick, very brief, very beautiful closing address. Uncle Rama, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Naveen. Sairam everyone, Sairam all devotees. Launch program every in the share. Hope you all liked it. Swami's discourse alone, I think, would have clarified what Atma Nivedanam is about. I'm sure most of you would have understood. But level I understood more from the Chetty Chocolate. Chetty Chocolate's explanation was more, I think, receptive for me. And of course, we had our own Guruji, Swami Navinanda, introducing the program and calendar activities, followed by an introduction to the first form of devotion, that is Shravanam by Brother Jeevan. I'd just like to ask a few questions here. First question, do we have to engage in all these forms of devotion to merge with God? What Srila Prabhupada, I think you all would have heard of this person. He's the one who's responsible for this Krishna consciousness. So he says one can engage in all 9 devotional processes, or 8, or 7, or at least in one, and that will surely make one perfect. Then by now, I think you all know that Atma Nivedanam means total surrender. So the second question is, what exactly is surrender? It is actually to give yourself entirely, unconditionally, and absolutely to God. That is Atma Nivedanam. Now the third question comes up. Okay, that is surrender. Then what is Saranagati? Saranagati in Solomla. What is the difference between Saranagati and Atma Nivedanam? In Saranagati, we seek refuge or shelter. So there are two parties involved there. One who takes refuge and one who gives refuge. So the devotee thinks he is separate from God. In Atma Nivedanam, that is total surrender, the devotee offers all three, body, mind, and his very soul, as a prayer to God. In here, the Bhakta and Bhagavan are the same. There are not two separate entities, but one. So Atma Nivedanam is the highest form of Saranagati. A good example of this self-surrender is Emperor Bali. I think you all have heard of Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj na theriyuma ungalku ellarukkum. He's actually the grandson of Prahlada. Prahlada yarunnu theriyuma? Okay, I think some of you will know Onam. Those who celebrate Onam, they'll definitely know Bali Maharaj. He's, I think, a very good example where he completely surrenders to Lord Vishnu, who had incarnated as Lord Vamana, and he offered everything he possessed to the Lord until when the third step, he says, you can put it on my head. So that is the highest form of sacrifice, where he is able to sanctify his life. Now I've been asking a few questions already. Now let's come to the fourth question now. What must you all do? இப்ப நீங்கலாம் என்ன பண்ணணும்? That is a big question here now. நீங்கலாம் ஒண்ணுமே பண்ண வேண்டாம். Just join us in this journey of faith and devotion till November 23rd. Our team has arranged a host of activities and events to keep you all engaged spiritually in the 9 forms of devotion that will ultimately culminate in the celebration of Swami's birthday. Our sincere wish is to see that by the end of this journey, all of us are able to transform ourselves in our thoughts, words, and deeds and be one with Swami. Or at least, okay, move closer to Swami. If we cannot be one with Swami, at least move closer to Swami. And Nivedana means actually offering. In Tamil, Naivedyam Bandram, what you're going to offer, Naivedyam. So Nivedana means offering. That's when we offer ourselves at Swami's feet. We should ensure that we are clean and untainted with any inharmonious vibrations. And while offering, we should also ensure that we offer it with 100% willingness without any expectations. So let us all embark on this journey. All the wings in the committee are involved in this journey, with each wing responsible for 1 or 2 forms of devotion. My humble request is for all of you to actively participate and walk along with us in this pathway to transformation. To avoid the deluge of messages in WhatsApp, we have chosen to disseminate this through the Telegram channel. So please join the Telegram to get up-to-date information of all the activities. Any questions you all have or not? Before I finish, just asking whether you all got any, because I've been asking all the questions. Nane answer kuduthukirken. Now I'm asking, you all have any questions? Okay, you don't have any questions. I got one last question now. When is the center opening? Anybody knows? I can't
Okay.
see anybody.
Very exciting question to ask.
When is the center opening? Okay. Well, the committee actually has decided to open the center on 23rd November for morning prayers. So, however, strict SOP needs to be observed as per the government guidelines, and only those fully vaccinated and already past 14 days and those above 18 will be allowed. Full details of this will be shared in November. So just keep in touch with us. We will let you know. And thank you so much for joining us today. And we hope to see you throughout the entire journey. And what Swami said in that poem, it still sticks in my mind. Sins will not stick to a person with devotion. So let's really show devotion here, and let's all walk together the same journey. Thank you so much, and Sai Ram.
Thank you so much, Ankarama. Thank you for that wonderful closing address. And I think he has very beautifully summarized the whole program here. And yes, just as he said, all of us sincerely hope that every one of us can walk together in this journey. And let us, of course, we might not be able to join in for every program, but at least let's try our best to join as many as we can, and feel Swami closer and closer and closer. And hopefully on the 23rd of November, we can all see each other again for the morning prayers in the center. And in the evening, we will culminate everything in a beautiful virtual program, Atma Nivedanam. So those of you who still have not joined the Telegram channel, right? Here is a big QR code for you. If you all have a QR scanner in your phones, you can just very quickly turn on your QR scanner and scan this code here, and you will automatically be taken into the Telegram channel if you have Telegram installed in your phones. Otherwise, it will take you to the Google Play or Apple Store application to download Telegram into your phone, and then you can join the channel free of charge. All right, so here we are together in this journey of devotion, and it's free of charge. What are we waiting for, right? So please join the channel if you haven't done so already. And just to let you all know, there is also a web version for Telegram. So those of you who would like to watch the videos that are going to be premiered on YouTube through your laptops on a bigger screen, you can also join Telegram via web browser. Okay, I think again, you just got to download the application and you'll have it in your laptop, and all information regarding our month-long Navavidha Bhakti celebration themed Atma Nivedanam through your Telegram channel, and we can all enjoy this process together. So are we all ready to embark on this journey? Yes?
Yes.
No? Yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. Lovely, lovely to see. Thank you so much, everyone. So please do not forget, Shravanam is starting, right? Please watch out for the video material that will be shared tomorrow, and then we will start off the wonderful journey, interactive satsang through Shravanam. Let's end today's program with Mangala Arati for Swami virtually. Please join us to sing the Arati song.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपदान्धवा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवमु मरियन्तयुनि नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
With that, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. And please don't forget, we've got Shravanam coming up. Look out for the calendar of activities and do keep yourselves up to date and prepared for all the activities that are lined up throughout this whole month. We will be seeing you all very, very soon. Thank you very much. Jai Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, thank you very